Should a Christian live by common sense or the supernatural? A Christian is to live by common sense, subject to the supernatural leading of the Holy Spirit. God has created the natural mind, will, and emotions of a human being. And He expects that a Christian exercises their mind, will, and emotions, but that they do so in submission to the Holy Spirit. A Christian is to live by common sense. I'll say that again. A Christian is to live by common sense, by logic, by reason, by being rational, but such things do not rule the Christian's life. Rather, they subject such things to the Holy Spirit in their life, that such things are ruled by the Holy Spirit. So, when it comes to the things of life, church, okay? Things such as work, relationships, hobbies, ministry, the day-to-day things, you are to use common sense. You are to use common sense. But it's common sense that is subject to the supernatural leading of the Holy Spirit, the supernatural wisdom of God. All strangeness, all weirdness, all oddness, all randomness, all disorder, all poor natural judgment, lack of logic, lack of common sense must be avoided in the Christian life. This is very important, church. The inner must rule the outer. The inner must rule the outer. The outward faculties of a person must be ruled by the inward working of the Holy Spirit upon their spirit. So, when it comes to being a Christian, please let me make this very clear. You are to live by common sense. You are to live by common sense, yes. You are to live by logic. You are to live by what is rational. You are not to have disorder. There has to be a common sense wisdom day to day in your work, your relationships, how you conduct yourself in the affairs of life. All the strangeness and the weirdness, this has no place in the Christian life, okay? But please remember, church, let me make this very clear. Even though you live by common sense day to day, it is always subject to the leading of the Holy Spirit. And the supernatural leading of the Holy Spirit always rules the common sense that you have to have as a Christian. So, a Christian is to live by common sense in subjection to the leading of the Holy Spirit. They are to live by common sense, by logic, by reason, by being rational. They are to live by these things, but such things are to be subject to the Holy Spirit. So make sure that you're such a Christian. Exercise common sense, church. Exercise common sense. Exercise common sense in the areas of your life, but always in subjection to the Holy Spirit. Don't make decisions that lack common sense unless the supernatural leading of the Holy Spirit is guiding you to do so. So live by common sense, but live by common sense in subjection to the supernatural leading of God's Holy Spirit. Exercise common sense in subjection to the Holy Spirit.